Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm pretty good. What can I help you with?
Got a piece of rock and roll history for you here. This is a 1941 Gibson SJ200. It was owned by Stephen Stills of the band Crosby, Stills and Nash.
That is cool. I would absolutely love to get my hands on this guitar. It's beautiful, it's rare, and it was owned by a rock and roll legend. But it almost seems too good to be true. And there's nothing that worries me more than that. So I'm getting Jesse down here because I really need some advice.
So, what are you worried about on this one?
What's it worth?
It's an expensive guitar, man.
Okay.
I mean, the guitar on its own is probably worth anywhere between 75 and 90 grand just by itself. Stephen Stills could add another 20, 30,000. This is it. This is the one. If you're gonna buy one, this is the only one that's available.
Thanks, man.
That's cool.
Thanks.
That's a good one.
I
See you later.
appreciate it.
I mean, what's your best price on it?
I can do 90.
I'll give you 85.
I've got to have 90.
Okay. Change your mind, call me.
85, man.
All right.
I thought it was a fair price. So with 85,000 bucks, I'm gonna go buy some more guitars.
So what do we got here?
1963, American-made Fender Stratocaster. This guitar was actually played by Jimi Hendrix.
That's a big wow factor right there. Jimi Hendrix, he was an icon. This guy did things with the guitar that no one did before. This is the holy grail. I have a friend who, if this thing is real, he will know. If not, he'll call bullshit.
Bring it, you know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
If this was actually owned and played by the legend himself, this will be the coolest guitar ever to walk into my shop.
This is stupid cool. Hendrix turned the guitar into an extension of his body. Every way he moved was altering the sound of the guitar. When you see him dip down real low, he's bending the guitar, physically bending the guitar.
Right.
The serial number here, L14985. This guitar has actually been documented. No doubt, this is definitely one of Jimmy's guitars.
That's really, really cool. So what do you think it's worth?
750 to good auction, million.
At a personal level, I absolutely love it, but you have to find the right auction. I'll give you $500,000.
Knowing that it could potentially fetch $1 million at an auction, I can't leave that much money on the table. 750, really, man. That's a bottom dollar I can take for the guitar.
6?
I can't do it, man. But I'll call you if I change my mind.
Call me.
Okay?
All right, man.
He's fired one last bullet across the boat there with the $600,000 offer, you know? But you want to come to a fair point in selling something of great value, don't be desperate about it. And that I am not.
Hey, Rick, I have a guitar for you.
Okay. Oh, this is your guitar?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 1961 Fender Stratocaster.
The Fender Stratocaster is up there with the most iconic rock guitars in history. So where did you get this thing?
This guitar's been with me for years. I've worked on records with Nancy Sinatra and Petula Clark, Tom Jones. It's not unusual.
All right. So were you like a studio musician?
I was, from 1958 till about 1983. I have a partial list of the records that I played on. This is 36 pages.
This is your name right here, Vic Flick?
Big Flick, that's my name, yeah.
I trust his story, but he's asking 70 grand. I want Jesse to weigh in on this one.
I'm used to people not knowing who I am. I have to ask myself that sometimes.
So you know this guy?
Yeah, this is the guy that Jimmy Page would look over his shoulder in the studio and like figure out what he was doing so he could. Honor to meet you. Honor to meet you.
Thank you, Jesse.
You know, I was pretty stoked when they called and told me that Vic Flick was in the shop. It's one of my heroes from the 60s and 70s. There's very few songs that he didn't play some guitar on. You've heard this guitar probably more times than you even realize. You've heard this particular guitar.
Probably true, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think it's worth?
Easily $60,000, $70,000. This is cool. This is like beyond cool.
If you say it's cool, you say it's cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
All right. We take 50 grand for it.
Would you go 60?
I will go $55,000. All right.
Deal, yeah, okay. I knew he'd probably go for 55, and I'm happy. Now I've got the money in my back pocket, I think the wife and I will just pop out for a beer or two and celebrate the occasion.
Mr. Brown and I got along famously.
Why he tittled through a pass, I caught the ball myself.
It's got a name engraved on it.
How did you end up with this?
Sounds so fun.